So take a look at this snippet from this short film or documentary and come back.
A lot of generational people who were here, who made Brixton what it was.
People like they lost their business, the new expense that they're charging now, it's like rocket time.
They have tripled our rent in 3 years. What I am seeing is a lot of the changes are driving a lot of our community out.
You don't want to know my rent, innit? It's not affordable anymore, but we have nice restaurants.
So that snippet of a film, which I think is Beyond Brixton Mortar film, I think it's called. I'll put a link in there. You got to go and see the whole thing. And basically, it's just stating that Brixton is losing itself. There's a fear that Brixton culture is disappearing through gentrification. Do I agree with it? Yeah. I mean, I've been living in Brixton for years. So I see myself as a Brixtonite, a resident of Brixton. Now, yes, I am now more in the Essex Dagenham area, but I've lived in Brixton for years. For me, a Brixtonite is someone who actually cares about the community. This is a resident, but someone who actually cares about the community, cares about the betterment of the community. So I see myself still as a Brixtonite. My wife, my children, they're all Brixtonians. They were born and they grew up in Brixton, so they're all Brixtonians. Is it changing? Yes. Is it getting better or worse? I think both. I think it's getting better because I'm seeing a drop in the crime rates, but at the same time, I'm seeing also Brixton's losing its culture. So it's good that money's pumping in, but to what cost? And I know there's an issue around inflation and the prices going up. I mean, Brixton is a place where people come to get their food. You know, I mean, your African food, your Nigerian, Ghanaian, your West Indian food, Jamaican, Trinidadian, Bayesian. I mean, yes, there's other places in London. You know, you can go East London and stuff. But for me, Brixton is a place where everyone from the African, from the Caribbean diaspora comes to kind of get not just food, but that kind of a connection. It's a hub. And it's changing. Before, these food, that our ethnic food, our cultural food was cheap. Now the price is so high that now it's a luxury to have this kind of food. Breadfruit, soursop. What else you guys like? Your pounded yams. The prices are they're crazy. They're really, really high. What I think is actually to do with the price of rent in Brixton. At the moment, people are complaining that their rent for shops has tripled in the last 3 years. Tripled. And because of that, the price of your meat is going up, the price of your ackee is going up, your price of your saltfish is going up. And now these things that was nice for us and cheap for us is now becoming a luxury. And also what doesn't help is that now these items are so well loved by the other communities that these other restaurants that's coming in, nothing wrong with it, but these restaurants are raising the prices, right, for these foods as well, which now the market is saying, hold on, if these foods are becoming these delicacies for the white community, we can make money as well. So we might as well raise the prices and make some money. Good for you, but not good for us. Us who live, you know, in poverty. Us who basically, even if we are your typical working class man, we are struggling to be able to pay and buy our cultural food, because the people who are more of middle class, who thinks that now this food is an experience, it's a delicacy, and we want to pay that expensive price, we, the working class, are losing out. And those who are under the poverty line, good luck. It's cheaper to buy a ticket to Jamaica and go and eat some breadfruit, ackee and saltfish, some roasted breadfruit, than to go and probably pay for a month worth of food over here. But that's a different story. That's just my take on what I've seen in the last 3 years. And go and watch a whole documentary. It's not that long, and there's some interviews in there. And either you agree, you disagree. I think it's about perspective. But don't forget, Brixton is the place where you had the riots. Brixton is the place where change happened to better the lives of black people in this country. And that is not a suggestion, it's not my thoughts, it's just facts. Look it up. Personally, I think with gentrification should bring money into the community, but it should also help the community by respecting its values, respecting the cultures that's in there, and to help it grow. The money should be helping the community grow and not to reduce the community into something that doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't push its people out simply because they are poor. And yes, I don't want to hear about how, well, you know what, it's not our fault because we have money and we can afford things. Basically, look at the facts. Most black people are under the poverty line. And I don't want to go into systemic racism and the reasons behind it. You can look that up yourself. Good night.